Hello, everybody. Hi to our partners. Welcome to another video introducing one of our members. We're here with Annie Auger, our Director of Sales at ITCloud. Please, Annie, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit what you do.
Yeah, thank you, Gabrielle. As you just mentioned, I'm Annie Auger. I'm the sales manager at ITCloud. I'm here to, I would say, guide all the sales team. We have the account manager who are responsible of active partners, and I'm also responsible of all the recruit team that brings new partners on board with this big family. And I'm also part of some marketing responsibilities. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my role at IT Cloud.
There's a lot of different departments, right? We kind of separate sales into recruitment and growth and even marketing now. What does your department do? How do we support partners?
I would say like the thing that I love to say is really the sales department are the eyes and the light for the partners. And not
Mhm.
just for the partners, but also for the IT cloud employees. And I would say also for the vendors. Her role is really like making sure that we really see everything that's going on, all the challenge, all the success that we can see, and making sure that we put everybody's together. Like the partner that gets the challenge, we really know who's the person that's going to be able to help the partners. Like those kind of motion, this is really our responsibility.
hmm And you mentioned that you mentioned vendors as one of those points that come across that's very that's something that's actually very interesting because there's so much movement in the market today. There's different vendors doing different things. Some get bought, some get sold. Some change the name of a product, some change the price. And, it's really hard to keep up for our partners and even for ourselves. So how do we simplify things for our partners? What's the golden rule that you want to let them know?
Yeah, I think with the last question that I just answered, that's exactly the thing. Like being the highs and the light for the partners. But what I mean, like more with more detail, is more like making sure that we really understand all the vendors' product. Like as an example, the our partners, they are going through printers, router, and like on-prem server and things
Servers
like
and
that.
PCs and
Exactly. But
never
on our
ends.
side, exactly. But on our side, we are really specialized on the cloud service that we offer, and this is really important. And that's a big point that I want to make sure that my team really understand on the day-to-day basis, like making sure that you really understand all the new things that's coming for with all the vendors that we have, because we not just have one, we have a lot of vendors to manage. And there's, as you just mentioned, there's new promo, there's new thing that's coming, new name, new C, and we really need to making sure that we understand all of this. And also the things that I want to make sure that my team is really like on the top of it is like all the data related to the partners. I'm working very hard this year to making sure that we have everything in place. Like if you want to
Mhm.
understand more your customer, what is the behaviors of your customer, we are working very hard to understand everything. And you're gonna ask me another question, and I think that's gonna like do the conclusion of this one. Like her role
Yeah, we'll
is
we'll
making
get
sure.
back to it towards
Yeah,
that data because that data part is very interesting indeed.
the data part, yeah, and also like you ask me like how we can simplify the thing. We cannot know everything, but
Mhm.
we are the person that should understand everything, not know everything, but understand everything.
That paints a very good picture towards the vision of the company. What we hold dear and what we think is important. And yes, we have our competitors, but everybody has their own kind of vision of how they see either their support line or their ticketing. And for us, for sales, what is generating that vision? What is the vision of IT Cloud for our partners in your opinion?
This is just one word: collaboration. For sure,
Hmm
this is the word that I really, really use. I think we really need this like collaboration between partners and the sales team. We need the collaboration between all the other department at IT Cloud with the sales team, with the vendors and the sales team. We really need to collaborate with everybody. And the collaboration for me, it's not just, okay, we collaborate, we exchange the documentation and things like that. This is more like having the discussion with the partners, really like the partners collaborate with us by giving us information regarding their company,
Exactly.
their customer. They're giving us like information. And when we're going to collaborate with the vendors and we're going to hear something, we will be able to do the connection. Oh, this is coming, and I know that my partner has this challenge. Boom, we do the connection between those two things, and here we have the good collaboration. But yeah, collaboration would be my vision for sure.
Collaboration is key to a point that it's even the most popular keyword in Microsoft's lingo. And now we kind of see it with all these different vendors. We can talk about all the other vendors, but collaboration is very much the key in having those relationships and making sure that everybody's communicating well and having that collaboration. So yeah, absolutely. And we see, if you want it, the way I see it, collaboration is the one of the best collaborations we have actually on the market is APIs. It's a collaboration between different programs, right? And now we have it in every sense of the word. It's very nice. But I want to come back to your mention on data because I really love that. Your passion for data and your passion for how you explore data and use it for partners. Um, I want to take it a little bit off the director of sales for a second, and I really want to explore something. I really like the expression, a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? And at work, when we're in the workplace, the expression, the experience, I mean, is the brush that paints that picture. So, can you tell me a little bit about your experience? How do you brush that picture? How did you come into IT?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Thank you for the question. I have like 20 years of experience in IT. I would say like I work in IT for almost all my career. And yeah, I start my career as a developer. That's why I love data. I was more in the analysis part of the thing. I prefer looking data, making decision with the data and things like that. I really, really enjoy this part of the development career. And also, I'm very a structure person. Like I really love things like everything is in place. We have procedure, and that's all the things that I love for that. But in fact, I don't really love coding. Like I prefer like all the other things than coding. And with the years, the things that make me most happy with the technology, that was the human behind the technologies. And after being a developer, I was a teacher for 13 years in schools like for adult, and that was, I would say, quite my favorite time of my career. I love so much this part, like having all those person looking for new challenge, working so hard to get their certification. This is all about putting some goal, reach out the goal, and all those all this process. And after that, also I was a sales manager at an MSP, a big MSP here in Eastern Township. And I think this experience, that's the bigger experience that helped me understand more the partners. Like all the partners, they go through some challenge with the customer, but I was there where I worked. Like I think we were 30 employees when I come on board, and with all
Mhm.
those big success in sales, we were about to reach out 100 employees when I leave this place.
Amazing.
That
Yeah.
was huge. That was so fun. Yeah, that was very exciting. That was a very exciting moment. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my, I would say, professional experience. And part-time, I'm also a running coach. I'm a runner. Then I also love coaching person. And in fact, this is the same, I would say, love that I
Line of
have for
work.
humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like my team, I love coaching my team. I love when I have discussion with partners and they need help and like they want to resolve something and I need to give them some tips for like doing it like this, blah blah blah. I really love this part of the technology, all the human behind that.
You love process, you love data, and you also love growth, right? So is there any
Exactly.
better qualities to have when you're talking about sales? Well,
Exactly.
it's funny we say that because I know a little something that our partners that are listening to this don't know. But you want to tell us a little bit what happened maybe a weekend or two ago?
Yeah, yeah, with pleasure. Yeah, in fact, I run a trail run. I run 42 kilometers in mountain.
Wow.
It was about like 1,600 meter of ascension, and yeah, that was so cool. Like that's exactly the same things that I was talking about, like putting some goals, like doing like, okay, I'm gonna do the first 5 kilometers. Oh, sometimes I want to quit, but I find solution to stay in the run. And sometimes I'm just like, oh, this is so cool. Everything went well. And 5 kilometers later, I'm just like, oh no, I think I'm gonna quit. And this is the same thing in life. This is the same thing when we have like project with customers. Sometimes that goes well, sometimes not, but we need to find solution and always keep going, just keep going and be creative to find solution. This is really the way that I'm doing my run, but also managing my day to day at the work.
Think the next motivational speaker for Thrive, I think I know who is going to be on the top of the line there.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Moving forward is the only way we can go through life, and whether you take that as a passion or for work or in your general day, moving forward is the only way forward, right? You can't just stay stale. You can't move backwards. That doesn't give any progress. So I fully agree. And let's end it on a good note as well, because such positivity, such motivation. But what's the word or the phrase or the sentence that you want to leave partners with just to close this off?
That will be communication. That's my 2025 word, communication. That goes with the collaboration. If we want to have a good collaboration, we really need to have a good communication. Like keep the communication open with whoever you want at ITCloud, but make sure that you give us the information that we need, and also like give us also the big success that you have. Like we always love hearing like, hey, I've got this new thing and this is so cool, but keep the communication open. That would be my word for that.
Absolutely. And we have it every day. And I think with our partners, and we have it every day with our vendors. And it's such an important thing to keep communication. And I think this was very useful because with all the changes we've had in the recent years, like Cloud, we've communicated in various ways to our partners, all these changes, all these different things that are getting in place. And you are very much a very big key part of all those changes. And I guess today was very, very useful and very intrusive for our partners because now we've communicated them a bit what you did and what you do and how you do it. I think they'll appreciate now and better understand a little bit how we work in sales and what's who's giving actually now the bigger picture and is the director of this department now. So thank you very much for your time, Annie. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you to all our partners that are watching, and I hope you have all a great day.
Good. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you for the good word.